PolishLynx here, it's hour 3, taking flight in midnight on the Milky Way. Let's check out what's been added to the game. What's more had been added to the game. In my slumbering mind, I go to find the things that make me happy. The sound of the ocean. Okay, that's not bad. Promises made and kept. Yeah. Walking with arms interlocked. Yeah. The details are fuzzy, but I try to imagine the meaning of it all. All oceans, or just one in particular. What promises, and who was it I walked arm in arm? There is nothing definite, just a feeling. The sensation of being held, touched, of my hair being run through, and the thrilling sight of silver in my hands. The warmth in my chest from imagining that wave wrapped around my finger, and the excitement from seeing a postcard with a pretty ocean. My hair is a mess, by the way. I've never been to the ocean, but... Oh yeah, I haven't been to the ocean as well, I guess only to the sea. Or lake, or river. I've never been to the ocean, but the movies make it look so nice. The ocean, that's where I want to take her. That's where I make her happy. Dude, I would love to have a house by the sea. Not gonna lie. So it is quite above the level of the sea as well. That would be good. Anyway. I wake up to the sound of trucks yet again. My hands find their way to my face with nervous hope. No, that's the sign. The ring on my finger clings against the hard shell of the mask. Oh, seriously, my hair are a mess. What the hell? And I don't mean messy mess, like nice mess. Like mess for some reason. I need to go to the barber. The ring on my finger clings against the hard shell of the mask. Yeah. Well, I know what I was hoping for. It's not like this is a dream. I wish this was all just a nightmare. What if it's actually one of your good dreams? My ticket's still gone. Bill is still gone. Such a short exchange we had, but her words were so sincere. The last thing I want to be is alone right now. The last thing I want to do is think about death. The rest of the passengers are still locked in their shadowy state. They waver unsteadily, as if any small movement will snuff them out. It's futile, but I approach one of them again. How are you? They stare past me, searching for something unseen. What are you looking for? No response. Of course they can't talk, they aren't fully formed yet. They still have yet to collect all of themselves. But oh, how I want to speak to somebody! Somebody who knows what it's like to be a bit fallen apart. Do you know why you're here? Do you know what happened to you? It's because... The shadow flickers softly, their featureless face betraying no feeling. I'm unable to admit such a terrible thing. You're here because you're dead. There is an overwhelming wave of hopelessness, confusion and dread that puts a sour taste in my mouth. I guess that's why nobody told you as well, right? Because they felt the same way. Now you understand that. Shaheen, you were feeling that all this time? I'm sorry. Have a good evening. I leave the shade as it was, staring off into space with the rest of their party. That thing that I'm looking for cannot be found here. Behind the door is the old familiar bar, moody lighting and bottles all in place. The difference is that instead of a devil, there's that weak feline nursing a drink. Doppler? Shh. He doesn't even bother to hide his attitude now. He simply goes back to drinking. The cat looks seriously bedraggled. Against my better judgment, I take a seat next to him. Are you doing okay?
Hey, what you think, Sid boy? A dark monster thing just infested my trade. I gotta do the paperwork, clean up preparations. Hell, I probably got a pleasant chat with the bureau. I'm feeling just peachy. I don't get paid enough for this.
I'm sorry.
Huh? Sorry? What the hell are you sorry for?
I feel this might be my fault somehow. I've caused you trouble.
Don't give yourself that much credit. You're a pain in the neck, alright, but that nasty thing had nothing to do with you.
An odd wave of relief washes over me. It's not because I'm in such a low moment that words from him can feel like praise. Doppler, you're not so bad.
Ha! Don't get me wrong. If it wasn't against regulation, I'd happily fling you off this ride.
Huh? Why? He makes a disconcerting growl before pouring himself a tall one.
Cause folks like you piss me off.
Yeah, back to square one it is. Doppler downs his glass in one frustrated shot. Upon closer inspection, it's really just soda water. It's not a soda, it's just water. Who goes to the bar and drinks soda water? And just soda water? Hey.
Hey, what's the public now for now, freak?
Huh. I was just wondering, thinking about you.
What?
That really gets to him. Good.
You're a first-class weirdo, all obsessed with like a freak.
Why, Doppler? My thoughts are just completely consumed by you.
Huh?
You make me ask a lot of questions about the world. Like, if God is truly kind and loving, no. Why does somebody as rude as you exist? Should enduring an excessive amount of cat puns count as psychological abuse? Or what kind of loser drinks soda water alone at a bar?
The kind of loser who cares about his health, that's who. I don't touch nasty things.
Same kind of. Now that honestly, like, the only things I drink is water and tea. Sometimes an energy drink, but it's rarely happens. But still. Can I be proud about that? Maybe.
But if I really cared about my health, I wouldn't be working this joint, would I?
This hot-tempered, no-good felon looks like he hasn't slept in weeks. On a closer look, his uniform looks rough in places. Well taken care of, but most certainly not new. Hey Doppler, why do you do it? There's a moment of silence. It's not that he needs to think, it's that he's simply exhausted. Man, I love the bar, the bar vibes in games. And if you drop me a nice jazz in the background as well, oh, this is it. This is it. We don't want to get out of this place. The whole room takes a mordant shift.
In the end, two types of folks graze these rails. Idiots or guys in real tight places. The pay is low and emotions are high. I mean, you got sorry subs begging to be let off all the time. I got a wife, I got kids, and all that, but I'm just the guy who takes your ticket. Eventually you learn to separate yourself and...
He gives me his usual salty sneer.
That's just what these adults have to do.
I don't want to believe it, but putting myself in his place, it could be difficult. Yeah. Seeing people come and go, the fears and panic and fear building. Still, some part of me doesn't want to accept it.
What is it now, genius?
I was thinking... That's what being not being... I kind of want to disagree with what he said about being an adult like that. Oh. Distance is necessary. Let's go with the second one. It would be far too much to take everything upon yourself. There are some things you shouldn't mess with. That's that. Strangely, Doppler looks me up and down. What is it?
Yeah, thought so.
Come on, tell me!
Don't get me wrong, I agree with you. It's just that you struck me as a real sop. Sops sure love their distance, don't they?
It's hard to answer back, mostly because I have no clue what he's talking about. Doppler, if I'm a sop for thinking that way, wouldn't you be an even bigger sop?
No way, don't put me in with a loser like you.
That cat has a way of getting me to a sore mood. But still, I don't want to leave. I don't really want to be alone right now.
Hey!
That cat. I don't want to be alone right now, but I don't want to get picked on either. I pretend to ignore him.
I know you can hear me.
Absolutely do not hear him.
Playing games, funny guy. What are you, a clown? If you're so keen on being clown, I'll make sure to drop you off at the circus where you belong.
He speaks harshly but pours me a drink before sliding it down. Yet again my ring clinks against the crystal glass. Are you drinking water as well or something?
This ring.
This ring. The suit monster has the other half of the set. The cat doesn't say anything. She has my luggage and ticket too. She might even have Billy. I felt like I was sinking back there, or like something was being pulled out of me. But I don't want to see any of it. Even if I never get my ticket, I'm scared of seeing it. My throat has a stone in it. How awful, I'm rambling on in front of this guy. But it's like there's a false in me and I can't twist it shut. A ticket doesn't matter anyways, right? I mean, I'm already dead. It can't get much worse than this. Except it's getting much worse.
I can't get rid of this feeling.
I'll never see the ocean, I'll never give her this ring. I'll never get my ticket, I'll never get off this train. I'm dead, so it doesn't matter, but it still hurts a lot. I'm worn out, as if I ran a marathon. The front of my mask is slick. If I still had a face, would that be sweat or tears? A heavy despair fills the bar up to its brim, and in it I'm floundering. Doppler waits until my breathing slows. He never looks my way.
You won't be stuck forever. I made a call with the bureau. We'll make a stop and you'll be in for investigation. Could ask about the monster and all of that, so you can take care of the ticket things there as well. It's hell to get through, but you're not stuck.
I'm considering giving my thanks, but he'll probably poke fun at me somehow. So I just sheepishly nod and take a drink. That's right. Soda water.
Got a problem with that?
Not at all, sir.
You cheeky.
Then Doppler stands up. I feel a small panic within me. Where are you going?
What do you think? To work? Oh, come on. You thought I was gonna frolic with all you ninth?
That's right. He has things to do. And I have. That car. What's happening to it?
It's locked up good and tight, so not a speck of suit can escape. Although the damn carpets are already ruined.
So Billy might be locked up too.
Maybe so, who knows?
Do you know what will happen to her?
Gee, Valdi Passenger, you sure ask a lot of questions. Really, can't you get it through your thick skull? There's nothing I can do, so sit and be quiet.
What is this? A timeout? I can just do nothing, but last time I almost lost it. The image of the dark creature sends a chill down my spine. Doppler adjusts his suit a bit and turns to go.
Everything around the car is locked up tight. Stay out of our business, got it? You have no idea what you're doing.
His smile is bright, but his words are fierce. I feel a heat in my chest. Doppler can take care of this. I can just let this go. No, let's leave it to him, I think. We don't know that Rabbit is there, to be fair. We lock eyes for a moment and come to understanding. He knows what he's doing, and I don't. So I should just sit back and let it be. I'll cause more trouble otherwise.
Have a nice drink, passenger. Now show me the ticket.
As soon as he's gone, I try downing my glass in one shot. This stuff can actually be pretty spicy. But it's soda water. So that's all there is to it, huh? I just have to sit and wait. It's all... If that's all, that's fine with me. I don't know what else to do. I end up here again. Nothing can change. The shadows still sit as they once were. As translucent and fragile as I left them. I take a seat beside one. The same one as before. I'm met with a vacant stare. It's alright. I won't bother you. I'm just waiting for my stop. You... not my stop, but a stop. They stare at me blankly and I suddenly feel flushed with embarrassment. I'm sorry, don't mind me. There I go, spouting off at a random. The flickering people probably don't mind, but speaking to nothingness only serves to make my loneliness grow. Even though they seem empty, they appear to be looking for something. Their slow body movements, their lazy focus, the nearly inaudible hum suggests something more. Manny gazes out the window. I look too. Out the window is something so vast, so much that I can't comprehend it. The glass panes are cold to the touch, but I press closer. Stars. From here I can only look. Desperately, helplessly for the thing to complete me. What a sight it must be from the outside. A car full of confused, faceless people pressed up against the chilled glass, all of them searching the sky for answers. So that is how the story ends. It's not a terrible way to end it, I think. Yes, you thankfully weren't eaten or anything like that. Everything will go on as usual. I'm sorry. I can't pretend like it was very satisfying. You must agree. Remember, it's the rabbit child, the fate of the train. It's alright to be afraid, but treasure is never sitting out in the open. It always lies beneath the depths. Take care, passenger. I know you'll find a way. So if we were to say... I can't just let this go! Doppler knows much more than me. Actually, I feel that everyone does. But it feels wrong to just let this slip away. I have to go. I have to dive into the dark. But as he said, it's all locked up tight. Meaning... there is a key. And that key just might be on Doppler. My mind begins to tether in a very dangerous direction. I sip innocently at my complimentary soda water. Tasty. Don't worry about me, kitty cat. I'm practically an angel. I'm just minding my own business.
Weird,
Doppler gives me one last nasty side eye before heading to the door. And that's when I go for the bigger bottle I can swipe. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I slam the bottle against the back of Doppler's head with all my strength. He falls to the ground completely limp. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Doppler doesn't respond. He's unconscious. All because I did such a barbaric thing. Is it because of Hafi's influence? I'm definitely not getting to heaven like this. If I think hard enough on it, Doppler is actually a pretty rude fellow. So maybe in some abstract, minuscule way, he sort of possibly had it coming. Obviously that's all a lie, but it makes the act of searching his limp body a bit easier on the conscience. I rustled through the pockets, careful not to wake him. It takes some searching, but... Aha! Interesting looking key. In the inner pocket of the suit jacket is an ornate golden key. It's old but heavy in my hand. Hopefully that's it. If it's not, I don't know what I will do. Oh, that's my cue to run! I don't want to meet the cat when he wakes up. I'll think about the consequences later. I lay the snoozing felon back down the rest and tiptoe away.
You damn freak! You'll die!
Into the dark. Oh, there's a blockade even, nice. Into the dark. My heart starts beating unbelievably fast. I want to run, but it's too late to go back now. Not with all that's happened. The overpowering stench of smoke emanates from beyond the door. It's dangerous here. Behind the soot-drenched door is a void of things unseen. And against the will of my screaming heart, I slide the key in and turn. Hour 4. Black is the color. Yes, it is. Excuse me. Excuse me, young man. Just a little longer. Ah! I'm poked in the side by something sharp. It wakes me right up. I'm in the company of a stately older woman. Her expression is one of slight annoyance. She wags her devious poking pencil in the air to scold me. Don't you know it's ungentlemanly to fall asleep on innocent strangers? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. I bow my head several times in nervous succession, but even then my eyelids can hardly stay open. I'm very sorry. Oh, please! The sharp sensitive pencil smack in the back of my head yanks me back to reality. I'm sorry, ma'am. She responds with an annoyed look, but flags down an attendant to order some coffee. The attendant returns with the steamy drinks and the lady hands on to me. One to me. Here you are. Thank you, ma'am. That tastes just wonderful. That's bullshit. You're talking about coffee, it's not. Truth be told, I haven't ordered a single thing since entering this train. I haven't got the funds. Instead, I've been sacrificing down the pickled plums and rice I packed in secret. This trip is going a bit longer than expected. I'm down to my last bento. So, heavenly coffee fresh out of the pot tastes like ambrosia from the gods, which is bullshit. The stately woman seems to observe me with slight amusement. Have you ever been on a train like this before? No, ma'am. I thought as much. That felt like a dick. I can't blame her. A lot of the other folks here seem to fit in more. Their new clothes, polished shoes, clean white gloves make me look like a country mouse in comparison. The lady herself is particularly dignified, even if she kept stabbing me with a pencil. She keeps scribbling something down on a notebook in her lap, grimacing and flipping to a new page. Don't you know it's ungentlemanly to pick at others' letters? Don't worry, there is nothing good anyway. She dejectedly tosses the writing instruments into her purse and goes straight to grumbling. This was intended to be a vacation, but all I've been having so far is a grand old depression. All of my exquisite plans fell apart in front of me. I'm sorry to hear that, miss. You're quite sweet. What did you join me in the dining car sometime? I cough into my drink. Traveling alone as a man has presented an unexpected danger. Please, I was only joking. It's clear that you have someone already. That line is delivered with a tinge of bitterness. I'm seeing somebody, so That's why I'm on this trip, yeah. If all goes well, I'll be the luckiest guy in the world. The lady raises a brow. I dig into my pockets and pull out a small velvet pouch.
Oh my goodness!
Aren't they pretty? Well, they're as pretty as I could get with what I had.
Is it a surprise?
It sure is. The woman puts on a vexed expression.
That's a terrible idea! Women hate surprises!
Wait, what? Is that true? What? All of them? That doesn't sound right.
Women say they love to be surprised, but we actually want to know everything. Uncertainty is the enemy of all women.
All what? Men. Okay, because it honestly sounds like you. I'm bum rushed with yet another pencil.
Don't you know? Wait, ow! Don't you know it's unladylike to stab innocent people with pencils?
Don't you know it's ungentlemanly to rub your picturesque love story in front of a heartbroken lady?
Okay, how was I supposed to know something like that?
Men are so unobservant.
There we go again with careless generalizations. I promise you, it's not picturesque love story. We've had to overcome a lot. I work hard to get where I am, and so did she. This isn't some in-the-moment decision. Actually, now that I think of it, she really does hate surprises. The more I think of it, the worse it gets. Oh, shit. I didn't even pack enough lunch. Ugh.
Goodness, calm down. If you need a proper meal, I don't mind purchasing one for you.
No, that's not the issue here. My anxiety is getting the best of me. Well, I wish she would lay off a bit. The lady is intent on dissecting me further.
Tell me, why do you think she would say yes?
That's a good question. Being surrounded by such well-to-do folks reminds me of everything I lack. I'm just some dreamer taking a long ride. Yo, this is basically a description of me. I'm too much of a dreamer. I search for the answer, to convince both her and I. Well, I went to visit her at park once. She was on a bench reading something that looked pretty complicated, and so she was completely absorbed. She didn't even notice me when I sat down beside her. Eventually she finished the book and saw me there. And she gave me this amazing smile. I think it meant,
thank you for waiting for me.
I don't know where I was going with it, so my voice starts off weakly. The lady pierces me with an inscrutable gaze.
That's the most sentimental, saccharine, smarmy love story I've ever had in my life. And in front of a heartbroken woman, no less!
Again, how was I supposed to know?
You're rather genuine. I'll just have to give you my blessing.
I wince, expecting another dastardly strike from the pencil. Instead, she hands me something. Greetings from Orpheus Bay. It's a postcard with a calming beach on the front. Oh, there's nothing written on this one.
That's because I don't have anybody to write to. Not anymore. So you can have it. Maybe if all goes well, you can send it to her parents to inform them of the good news.
Thank you very much.
That's a postcard for the place we're heading to. Have you been to the ocean before?
I haven't.
Why don't you take a look?
It's something that can be captured by pictures alone. I lose my composure completely, pressing my face against the glass in my excitement. Wow!
Is it that lovely? It just makes me depressed. Too many bad memories.
I've never seen anything so big. Well, except maybe the factory.
Take a look while you can. We're about to be in a tunnel for a while.
It's so too beautiful. Overcome with giddiness, I give in to a stupid idea.
Going somewhere?
I just want to see the ocean a bit more before it gets dark. I stuff all I have in my suitcase, give the woman a rushed bow, and make a break for the next car. Behind me, I can hear somebody calling me an idiot. I make a good effort, but the ocean is sucked into darkness, no matter how far I go. It hits me, at last, that I really am an idiot for thinking I can outrun a train. The world is sucked into a little door of light that shrinks more and more the further in we go. I'll just have to wait for the other side to see the blue again. Hello? The car is empty, with the dimming light. It makes everything feel eerie. Man, this would be a perfect place for a laid-out murder mystery to start. I smack besides my face. No. Don't go scaring yourself. It's a bit dark, though, so I can't help but feel a tinge of panic in me. Ha. I sense something. There is the rumble of the train, but something else too. I'm thrown off my feet by a violent tremor, and in the distance I can hear Ashley shrill scream. I tuck myself into a tight ball, shivering as the world collapses around me. Ugh! And then I'm devoured by the dark. I wait for what feels like an eternity. It's so pathetic, but the tremors of shock shooting through my body prevent me from standing. So, like a pillbug at the first sign of danger, I wait for it to end. The choking smell of dust and air devours me. Actually, it's a bit hard to breathe. Out of not courage but desperation, I open my eyes. It's black. Everything is completely gone. I can't even see my own hand. Quickly, I call out for somebody, but all I get is my terrified, shaking voice bouncing back to me. I know exactly what happened, but I might be... No. I spring to my feet, head slamming to the indented ceiling. Pain shoots through my skull. Still, I rush forward, hands rubbing around with hopes of finding anything. There, I'm filled with hope as I feel the cool touch of the door handle. I give it a yank. Huh? Come on, you stupid door, just open for me! The door finally comes loose, and I'm sent flying to the side, and an assortment of rocks and pebbles pouring in. I'm less panting in disbelief with the torn off door handle in my shaking grasp. Still unable to see, I feel for the door again. I feel for the door again, yeah. It's hard. Rocks. There's been a cave in, and that means I'm trapped here! The sound of stone hitting stone fills up the cars, begin to search for an exit in violent panic. Actually, in this situation, I guess. The last thing you should do is be violent. There has to be a way out. Help is surely on the way. I'm not going to die in here. Am I? That can be. There's no way I can die like this. I resort trying to smash the rock blocking my exit. I pick up one of the rocks that fell in and get to attacking. Come on, please! I have it all I've got, but the stone is in my grip crumbles apart and I end up smashing my hand into the impenetrable wall. Yeah! I can't do it anymore. My legs give out beneath me. Pain climbs up my arm in hot, sharp jolts. It's too dark and I'm too tired. So I sit curled up in a tight ball in the dark. Empty coffin. Waiting for nothing. What happened to everyone else? Are they searching for me? Unless... That thought is interrupted by my own raspy gasping. It's getting seriously hard to breathe. I unbutton my collar slightly, but I know it makes no difference. A cocktail of stress and exhaustion forced my head to loll back, resting against what might be a destroyed passenger bench I have there should take a nap. The headache within me grows. I can hear blood pounding in my ears. My body pulls itself even tighter as the squeezing sensation intensifies. It's dark. She's waiting for me. I can't just leave her like that. She's... And then The dread of it all echoes throughout my body. Cold sweat, trembling hands and dry throat, every part of me is shaken. The constricting feeling is still there. Snaking out my body, choking me to pieces. Sure, you have to! There's a distant voice in the void. My body reacts with a shocking surge of adrenaline. I've got to get out here. I can't just sit in the dark forever. I tried to get up, but realized the constricting feeling wasn't just from panic. A coat of sooty tendrils climbed around my body, hugging me tight. They're most likely from that girl. I strain against the toxic vines. Yeah! They cut deeper into my sides. No, I can't let this be. For the pain, I try again. My lungs are about to explode, but I can feel the tendrils struggling against me. Come on. Come on. Someone called the energy left in my punished body. I try and... Yeah! The cobwebs of darkness fly apart and leave me panting in weary success. How would I like to take a rest right about now? My limbs have turned to stone. I just want all of this to stop for a little bit. I'm dead, after all. I deserve a little break. In the black void of the car, I can see the glint of things scattered on the ground. I clear away the suit and reach for them. I'm hit with a powerful melancholy.
They are all here.
Postcard. It's the one I received from that lady, but it's been torn to shreds. So, the lovely scene of the ocean has been ruined with toxic soot. I worked hard so I could ask her by the beach. It would have been such a pretty scene. I wonder what kind of message I would have written if all had gone well. No use in thinking about that now. Specs. My specs, thankfully the glass hasn't broken, but they've been bent a bit. I mean, to the other side, yeah. I carefully try to bend them back into shape. Actually, I don't have a face for them anymore, so there is not any point to that. Even if that's the case, I bend them back. The metal is cheap enough that it fixes without a fight. Marble. It's a cheap glass. Yeah. It's a cheap glass marble, the kind you can get from any old shop. What is it doing here? I don't have a clue. I don't think I had such a thing in my suitcase. And that's all, I guess. I tucked them away into my pockets. The memories of my past life come flooding in. Despair is an easy friend to make, even if the company is less than desirable. How much I wish that things had gone differently, how helpless I feel now that I am here. But there are still things I have to do. It's a simple, naive resolve, but that's the one path I have right now, isn't it? I have to go at Billy, and I have to get my ticket. It's as plain as it gets. Nothing I can do now will bring me back to life, but at the very least I would like it if everyone got off at that right stop. So shaky as I am, I take a brave step back into the darkness. A darkness I intend to walk out of. Eventually I come to a stop. It's a mass of inky black cobwebs. They're impossibly thick and they cover the entryway to the next car. Possibly the last car. And this was most certainly the direction that small voice was coming from. I push against the inky cobwebs. They are sticky and tangled around my suit jacket, pulling me in while keeping me out. The fear that they'll wrap around me enters my brain, but I push it out for the sake of myself. Come on, I've got to! I'm so close to the end, I just know it! The cobwebs strain against my wave. It's there, I'm so close, just a little more! Bill, I'm here! With all of the strength I didn't know I had, I pull apart the darkness and walk to the other side. And there is Billy.
Sherry, you found me!
Of course I did. She's all wrapped up in soot. Her voice, normally so bold, is much quieter now.
I'm sorry, sir.
Sorry, there's nothing to be sorry for.
You left the base, Jerry. I think I could sweep the open. You really leave no ticket?
Please don't worry about that. Come on, let's get you out of here. All of my worries from earlier are swept away. I begin ripping away the cobwebs wrapped around her. She's several layers deep in the suit. I can hardly get my hands through. Still, she keeps lamenting.
I went to find them, sir. I saw me pictures. She said they were here. Sherry, you can get running. I found what you were looking for. So get running, for the best he catches you.
My frustration gives me new strength as I give the cobwebs a good yank. Billy comes free. Too weak to stand herself, I catch her with all the care I can muster. Parts of her have been eaten away with soot. Oh, Billy. Huh? What's this? Falling from her paws are 3 colorful little marbles. They're made of cheap glass, and one of them is cracked. They are the same very kind as the one I found in the other car.
But precious thing, I found them. I was playing with them on the dock, Yashi. But I saw them in the blue. I didn't want Big Sis to get her heart in knots. So I went to get them here, and then I was in this place. I am so happy, sir. They was back here, and you found them.
So these were the pearls. They're also precious treasures. Little glass marbles from the corner store. I picked them up and gazed into their gaudy paint and swirls. In all this darkness, they look like the prettiest things in the world. I find myself smiling. Yeah, you did find them. You did a wonderful job.
Sir, I did my very best.
With the rabbit child wrapped up in my arms, I stood up with an impossible large laugh. It's time to go back.
You can't just run away like that.
But things can be so simple. Hearing the air slice in two, I rolled to the side with Billy in tow. Ouch, that's what I get for playing action hero. She's there again, that monster who wears another face. She's swiping about desperately. I watch in horror as the girl I once loved melts before me. All of the anger, loneliness and pain begin to pour through the cracks.
Please, just a little while longer. You won't just leave me be, right? You are remembering everything, that's what you wanted.
She reaches forward, her eyes locked on mine, but I give a good hit before jumping to a corner. Think. I can't just let it end like this.
What are you doing? You love me, that's what your heart says. It's crying out for me. So come here already!
Her cobwebs explode, punching holes in the side of the car. One tendril comes at us, flying out like a piercing needle. I slam myself on the floor. Billy's still at my side. I look up. A window. In the dark, there is a small square of midnight. The starlight dances off the shattered glass, sharp, promising. Billy, hold on tight. The creature shoots for me again. I spring off the floor and in a reckless swing, slam my arm through the remaining glass. Yikes, that hurts, but at least it does the job, clearing the rest of those sharp edges. Outside I can feel the cold wind of space. An escape. Billy, can you get to the top? She's clinging to my clothes, but since the cobwebs have come off, she's gained some color back.
You can count on this, sheer.
Good. As best as I can, I have Billy out the window and hopefully up to the roof. She's stronger than she looks. She lashes on fast.
I got it, Cher!
Good girl. And now it's time for me. A sharp frigid something stabs into my leg. I'm pinned to the ground. I'm forced to stare again into the face of the thing. The features I knew have mutated. The voice that I loved has twisted. My feelings of action have been overtaken by unbearable pain.
You rat, you think you can just run? And leave me all alone?
You're not her. She's still out there.
That doesn't matter. I want you with me.
I can't. I have to go now.
Stop it. Don't say that. Let me take a bite, a small one. Just a tiny bit. Don't be selfish. Don't be a coward.
It all comes bubbling to the surface. I am. No. Coward! Her swirling face morphs into one of a shock as I wrap my hands around the shard of darkness and pull. Ugh!
You!
It comes out with great effort. Freedom hurts like crazy. The adrenaline that kicks in drowns out the pain, putting back up with madman's determination. I won't be taken over. I won't be afraid of the dark. And the dark doesn't follow me as I climb out of the window and to the roof of the train. I sprawled myself out on the rooftop. Action hero I'm not. Everything hurts. Billy runs up to greet me. Her suit spots have worn away and she's looking much better.
Sure, it's that bestie gone.
I'm not sure. It got me good. She pats me on my weary head.
That's alright, sir. It ain't that much I had to get good.
Thank you very much, yeah. I weakly sit up, resting against my bruised elbows. It's marvelous. Out. The shining flecks of starlight dotting the deep sky. The blue sky. The crisp wind splashing me awake with chills. I can almost forget. The stabbing pain in the side of my leg.
I say you wanna be hospitalized with that.
It's fine for now, at least. We just need to walk our way from here to the other end of the train. It will be safe.
That Godster will be nuts about it, won't he?
Oh, I bet he will. Shakily, I try to right myself. My leg gives away. That isn't good. It's not just some simple wound. My leg is actually severely hurt. Darkness stains the spot. He looks at me with a great concern.
Are you doing rosy, sir?
I think so, but you'll help me a bit, don't you want you? The brave soldier salutes me again. And behind her is a simmering pool of soot. Look out! Instead of dodging to safety, Billy stands in front of me like a noble knight. She shakes ever so slightly as the familiar figure of horror rises from the pool. She twists and twirls in what looks like immense weariness. She looks down at us with a crooked smile.
You're forgetting something.
And in her hands are 2 shining silver tickets. They're ours, our only way of this train. She waves them around in a tugging wind.
You're acting so brave, but listen to Big Sis, alright? Without these tickets, you're lost. Come down and stay with Big Sis. We don't have to fight like this, alright?
Still, Billy holds fast.
Big Sis would never speak like that.
She gives up at the beast with fierce, watery eyes. And the monster stares back. I start to think, we have nowhere to run. At this point, I can get back my ticket. I can't save Billy, I can't. I'm struck by the smell of booze and smoke. There's a slam from a roof cover far back, and a low grunting noise. Squinting, I can spot a small figure. No, a large one, arising from the hatch. It straightens itself and I can see it has a long coat fluttering in the space wind. That's... The familiar figure clad in orange advances at a terrifying pace. He wears a truly devilish grin.
Well, how do you do, chickadee? A little bird told me there were trouble on these rails, and I thought I'd take a look.
With that gleeful statement, he flies forward, swinging his massive fist at the suit creature who just barely dodges. Hoofy!
Fuckface, nice to see ya. Not that the circumstances are so pleasant, I'd say. Hey, beastie.
He walks over to the suit creature, who shivers in fear. He towers over her menacingly.
Now we've got 2 of something that my friends here have a need for that puts us on less than peachy terms.
You're hurt.
The suit creature looks truly fearful. Her figure shakes in confusion, the features moving in odd patterns.
There's nothing in it. How could it be?
Oh, come on, darling. You're keeping our pulse all cold. Why look twice as cold as they do? Shiver, 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 that's no way to be.
As fast as lightning, the terrified creature shoots a needle of darkness through his head. It's no use, he grabs it.
I see now. You wanna get a little warmed up, huh?
He reaches forward with his other arm and squeezes the hand grips the silver tickets. Tendrils begin to wrap around Hoofy, but doesn't seem to care. He rips through them with a smile. The creature grows, but it only seems to make the devil stronger.
You know, I thought to make a change for the better on this nice little train. But everyone here is too sweet for their own good. Too many sweets can make a man real rotten, you know, and I'd say rotten too.
Huffy holds the monster's hand tight in a vice-like grip. His face is close to hers, burning with madness. They almost look like they're doing some sort of twisted waltz. He swings them dangerously close to the edge.
So let's take a rotten honeymoon, you and I. I've got a thing for romance.
And with a mighty swoop, he sends them both flying off the side. Suddenly, everything becomes quiet. The shock of the scene has petrified us both.
Sir, what did I see?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I want to look over the side of our morbid curiosity, but the fear of meeting the suit beast again keeps me in my seat. Maybe it's the fear of seeing that devil too. He was unlike anything. He really saved us.
Ah, a hero he was. Hey, don't go writing me off yet.
Two massive hands have an iron grip on the train side. And in one of those hands is a pair of sparkling silver tickets. Oh, Hoofy, thank you!
Sure, just help a fellow out, won't ya? I'm dangling in the wind here.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Trying to ignore the shooting pain in my leg, I pull myself to the edge to help him up. Really, he hardly needs my help at all. He's got the strength to pull himself up and then some. I expect this is some kind of show-off thing. Hoofy stands proudly on the train top, as if nothing happened at all. Powerful guy, I guess.
What a full beast that was. Put some cake in my evening, alright?
She nearly put an end to us. Several times.
She about ended up in the devil, master.
Oh, gobbled you up, huh? Sounds rough.
Aye, the devil, mister. I thought to be financially compensated.
Oh, I know a thing or two about financial compensating.
Don't teach her any of your dangerous stuff, man.
It's alright, fuckface. I'm just playing. The beastie sure gave you a rotten time. Sounds like sending him off this train was easy street for them.
That was easy street? Then what's the hard way? I hope Billy doesn't pick this kind of thing up. Oh my god. Billy will become a badass. Interrupting my worrying, Huffy hands us both our tickets. It's odd to have such a precious thing in my hand again. It's silver dusting, it's surprising wave, it's mine, at last, it's safe. Thank you so much.
Hey, fuckface. Don't get wishy-washy on me now. It's just a little slip, that's all.
I know. I was just looking for it for so long, I thought I'd be stuck forever. But now I don't need to worry. Or do you? I was so lost in thought, I didn't see Huffy walking off without me. His voice cuts through the powerful wind.
We'll have plenty of time for conversating when we get ourselves some green gin.
And off he goes. I should go too, even if my leg hurts. Billy totters up with admirable determination.
Aye, I'll be a crutcher. I'm strong as a horse.
Thank you, Billy. I can really count on you. The sky is glittering, and it's beautiful. And thankfully the night is quiet. And we are ending the episode, because apparently we'll be getting final hour. So that will happen in the next one, tomorrow. Hope to see you there. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.